Hey guys, welcome back to Shri Nation or welcome to Shri Nation. I'm your friendly host Shri, and this is a very unplanned video, so I apologize in advance for the shakiness. I'm using my phone with my hand right now, and my phone is not really my best friend when it comes to handheld videos. But the reason why I'm making such an unplanned video is because I had to. This is a very important topic, and I can't not make a video and then forget about it and then never talk about it. And secondly, I didn't want to place this as a part of my writing day series. If you're new here, I'm doing a new series where I'm documenting the process of writing my debut novel. I'm writing my first novel, and I'm still at the planning stages, and I'm just starting out planning the story. So I'm documenting my whole process from the first page to the last, everything I'm done. So right now I'm at day 0. So I didn't want to make this video as a part of that, but I think I will, because what I'm about to talk about, what I'm going to talk about is going to be a part of that. It's a big part of that, and it's a big part of any creative journey for any artist out there. So I'm going to title this as writing day 0 or 0.5 or something like that. So anyways, the reason why I'm making such an unplanned video is because I was just doing my daily ritual, which is writing, and then by writing I mean the great habit of procrastination. So I was doing my good deed with the world, for the world, by procrastinating. And then by procrastination I mean just staring at my phone, and I was just looking through dumb article after dumb video and just going through some stuff, and then I came across this article. It was a financial article, and I don't look at those enough, but it just caught my eye. It just said, the title was, "Are you afraid of earning money?" or "Are you afraid to earn money?" That's what the title was, I'm sorry. And it just caught my eye, and I'm like, afraid to earn money? What kind of a ridiculous idea could that be? Everybody is just willing to earn as much as they can, even more than what they're earning. That's the law. I'm not satisfied with anything right now, even though I don't have anything. I'm not currently employed, but like, if I am, I would certainly love to earn more at whatever I'm doing right now. So that is just a ridiculous title, right? So I clicked on it and I read it, and I just sort of had this revelation that, oh my God, I'm actually afraid of money here. Like, I know what I'm saying right now might be ridiculous to even hear to some of you out there, but just bear with me for a second. Like, ask yourself this question: are you afraid of earning more money, or just are you afraid of money in general? And by that I mean just look deep into what I'm asking here, because I didn't realize this about myself, and I wasted so much time thinking about it today, because I've had a sort of like a breakthrough moment where I just realized something about myself that I haven't before, and that made me waste some time and took me away from writing, and took me away from everything I was doing. I just had to sit down and soak in what I was reading, soak in all the information I was getting. And I realized that, yeah, in many ways, I am afraid of money. What this article and a lot of other linked articles was talking about was that by being afraid of money, and there's a word for it, it's called chromatophobia. I think that's what it is. I'll put it in the screen below. This is the correct spelling. I don't know how it's spelled, so you guys can get as woke as me. So I read that, and it basically said that you're afraid to not only just invest your money in something. Let's say you want to invest in something, or you want to run a business, or you want to start something. Not only are you afraid of that because of mistakes you might make by losing money in the stock market or in just basic investing, you're also afraid of the money that you also have in general, and it stems from a lot of things, whether you came from a very humble background, a modest background, and your relationship with money was very much, like you had to hold on to it because you looked at your parents and your parents were from middle class, Or when you actually have money, when you actually earn money, you can't wait to spend it all. You live paycheck to paycheck, but it's sometimes when you know you can save even $10 or 100 rupees, as we say, even though you can save it, you don't, because you're like, oh, we only live once. You know, most of us have that attitude, and most of us are like, oh, we need to spend it because of so and so. But many times that may not be the case. And also, you're just afraid to be rich because of an idea, this capitalistic idea that you and I, certainly, I'm not speaking for anyone here, I'm just talking about me here. The you is me here, like, you know, that this whole revelation was a reflection into a mirror for me today. So I'm talking about me here, but I'm just a whole, like, I just want to know if anybody else feels the same. But you also have this idea where money can make you corrupt. More money can make you corrupt, and it's better that you don't have enough money because you are humble that way, you are checked that way, you work hard because of it, and therefore you know, someone who splurges and someone who owns a Ferrari and buys some Gucci shit, they're evil. They're all evil. That's what I'm saying. Everyone. So that's a kind of an idea that I had and most of us have, which is certainly not the case. And because, like, tomorrow, because what I'm saying is that, and what this revelation just told me was that tomorrow, when I actually get an opportunity to earn more, then, like, I might actually just say no. And I might give 100 reasons to myself. I might say that, oh, this might not be the best idea. It might take away from a lot. But it's actually because I have this very negative viewpoint about money in general. And I'd be like, you know, oh, having just a lot more could potentially corrupt my character or something like that. I would justify this reasoning. And I realized that, yeah, I might do that. I might self-sabotage myself because of my thoughts about money, and that's a very, very dangerous thing. And it's one of the reasons, I think it's one of the big reasons why most of us don't have a very rising bank account, because neither do we save nor do we invest. And I'm so really sorry, my hair is so fucking oily and weird because I didn't plan this, you know. I just look like shit today, so I apologize in advance for that. But it's because we don't save, and it's because we don't invest, and it's because we don't let money grow, and we don't earn money from money. We don't try to, at least, you know, like, we are not patient with money, and we spend it, and therefore we never even attempt to be a little richer. And by rich, I don't mean rich, I mean a little richer. You know what I'm saying? Like, today you have $10. I never even think about trying to turn that $10 through easy investment or an easy solution to turn that $10 into $100. And that's possible. That's really possible. But we just don't do it because we think that's too much effort, which is not true. And two, because we think, what the hell? We're just going to earn $100 from that $10. Whatever, I'm just going to spend that $10 on McDonald's. It's like, no, you know, that $10 could actually be 100. Another zero I guess added to it. So that's what I realized about myself, and I'm like, it was a big, big revelation to me. So what I want to do here is I want to share what I learned today, and I want to break it down into 2 or 3 points. And maybe you guys can also see that if you also have this problem. So in order to reflect upon your relationship with money, you have to understand, number one, that understand what your relationship with money is, what your relationship in general is with money in general. That's what I'm saying. So number one, you should really try to look back and just see, what do you actually think about money? What do you actually think when you think about $1 million. I'm not saying what would you do if you get $1 million. That's not what I'm asking, but just see and like look at someone who has $1 million. What is your perception of them? Sorry, what's your perception of them? What do you think about people who have millions of dollars? And look back at your childhood, even if you came from a very modest background, if you came from a humble background, what did your parents think about money? How did they spend and save and stuff like that? Just look at your relationship with your money even. Like, are you very careful about spending? Like, if you go to like a store, a mall, are you very, very scared of spending as well? And or do you just spend everything everywhere? What is your relationship with money? Understand that if you do have a problem, where is it and what is it? You know, and that kind of shows you that like there might be a problem that's within you, that's just hindering you from earning more or saving more. You know, like, and how far does it go? Does it come from, you know, your background, like because of your, you know, your humble beginnings? Do you think that millionaires are assholes, or do you think that it's not necessary, or do you think that investing is dumb and just spending is the way to go, or spending is scary and like, you know, you should never ever think about just like spending at all? What is it? You know, what is your relationship with money? Just try to come to terms with it, and I think that'll help a lot. Number two, this is especially for all the artists out there. You have to let go of this 1 in a million mindset. It's a very dangerous kind of mindset, because when you say that only 1 in a million people succeed, then you've just given yourself an out. And by that I mean you have now a reason to procrastinate on your work, you know? And you know what I'm talking about. You know, today I was just procrastinating because I thought that my work is not important, you know? And by that I mean, when I decided to, I'm sorry about the banging, by the way, my fucking apartment sucks. But when I first decided that I'm going to write my debut novel, as hard as it may be, as tough as it may be, I'm going to write it, and I'm going to write for the love of it. I wasn't even thinking about money. But somewhere in my mind, of course, I want to earn from my novel one day. I want my story to sell. I want people to enjoy it. And most of all, yeah, I want a good amount of copies to be sold. That's an ambition. You know, you want to be ambitious when you're writing. But somewhere along the line, I thought that I should be more practical. I should think about it. And I thought that maybe, you know, like it's going to be like some amount of money that I might get. It's a very low amount. I valued my book, which I haven't even started yet. It's still in the planning stages, like I said. I'm still writing down the character and the plot and, you know, a beginning, middle, and end and all that crap. Before even penning down page 1, I've just devalued my book in my own damn mind. So what does that say about me? And what does that say about my work? And what does that say about my ambition about my work? It just ruins it, you know? It just ruins your own motivation to work. People say aim low, be practical, sure. But I kind of thought about my book, or I think many artists out there, by being practical, they think about their work, or by thinking that it's a 1 in a million chance that you'll be a musician. It's a famous musician. It's a 1 in a million chance that you'll be a famous author. It's a 1 in a million chance that you'll be a famous actor or a successful entrepreneur. It's a 1 in a million chance. By doing that, you've just deemed your work as worthless and not worth it. And that gives you an out to procrastinate, because you don't have a motive. Motivation comes from a motive, and you demotivated yourself by being practical, and you're just going to procrastinate your way out of it until it's actually not valuable anymore to you. The audience hasn't even gotten a chance to vote yet. You deprive them of the chance to vote yet whether your work is valuable or not. So I'm sorry about ranting like that. I'm actually angry at myself because of the self-realization that I was actually devaluing my own work. So that's the thing, like, just look at your relationship with your money and just understand that you need to drop this 1 in a million idea. Okay, sorry, I just switched hands because my fucking hand hurt. Sorry, my hand hurt like hell, so I had to crack my knuckles a little bit. But the third thing I wanted to talk about is that now that you've understood that, now that you've let go of that stupid ass idea, just now the third thing that you can do is to start fresh about your thoughts on money. Just start fresh. And by that, I mean that if you are thinking about investing, let's say, for example, and you tell yourself that I'm not good with investing, I'm dumb, I've never invested anything, I don't know much about it, research. There's Google out there. There's all of these tools out there, that'll help you, and there's lots of options to choose from. I know it's overwhelming, but there's lots of research on them as well. There's lots of people you can contact. There's lots and lots and lots of ways that you can get self-educated. And understand when I say this, that schooling is nothing, compared to self-taught people. Self-taught people rule the earth, okay? Just understand that. Or if you, let's say, are worried about your business failing or worried about your startup never going up there, research and just compare your business model with someone else's. If you have a burger shop, then compare it with other local burger shops or other local, like people, and you understand what your company's worth and understand how much you have to work and everything. It's just all research. That's what I'm saying. Or if you're an artist and you think that your music sucks or something, where does it suck? Where is it going wrong? Or if you think that you're just gonna, I don't know, like, there's so many ways that you can demotivate yourself. But there's so many solutions to that. You demotivated yourself about something, sure, but there's tons and tons of resources of knowledge for that. So it's not a very like, I don't know, it's not a very difficult thing to do, to just start fresh and just reboot your brain about money. Like, how can I save? How can I earn? And how can I invest? Like, if you're thinking about, let's say, right now, I'm actually scared shitless because I was working on a small job, and then it's not a very big thing. And then now I have completely let go of that. And I had 2 job offers. I let go of that completely for the process of writing. I just committed myself 100% to finishing my first novel. That's all I did. It's a very dangerous thing to do because I'm poor and I come from a third world country. Right now I'm in India, so like, it's not a very good thing to do. But now I've decided that I'm going to work on my own terms, and I'm going to work freelance, and I'm going to work for less money, but on my own time. That's a very dangerous idea. Dangerous, but not impossible. I just have to research a lot, and I have to wait, and I have to spend very less, save as much as I can, and it's hard, but it's not impossible. And yeah, sure, if I fall into a dangerous situation, if I fall into a very tough situation, I might go back to working again, sure, but like I said, research. Don't be afraid. Lots of people are earning from online. Lots of people are doing YouTube and earning. You might not be right now, but you will. It just takes patience and research. And don't be afraid of changing, which helps me come down to the final point, to the last thing I want to talk about before I log off. I know that I've already taken so much of your time. I didn't want this shaky cam footage, but I just want to end this video with a very important point, which is that just try to change and grow. I know it's hard. It connects to the third point. I know that it's hard to just give up your old notions about money, what you've been taught about earning and spending, saving, all that, investing, and it's hard to learn new stuff and it's hard to just be self-taught about these things when you've never been taught these in school, in high school. You just have to do it by yourself. This DIY thing is really hard, and people usually don't want to start something or try something that looks very scary and looks to be only there for people on the high end side of things, people who wear suits basically. So it looks like it's scary and it's tough out there, but understand that if you have to change and grow, because if you don't, neither will your bank account. Oh my god, that was a long one. Sorry for that. Thank you for watching this video. I'm really glad that you made up to this point. Thank you, and I hope you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications if you want to watch the writing series that I'm doing. I'm going to be documenting my journey of writing my debut novel from page 1 to page however long it takes to reach the end. So that's going to be scary, but I'm really excited to document that journey. I also make several other kinds of videos, and I also take requests for videos. I also have a podcast that comes out every Wednesday. So I talk about my personal journey, about losing 100 pounds, about keto diet, about motivation, about creativity there, and also trending topics. So check that out as well. So turn on the bell notifications and subscribe for that. Well, that's it. So bye-bye, and always remember to remain a kid at heart.